Hello everyone and welcome. This is Scott Hinkle once again. I wanted to do a video real quick this week, just a quick audio video to update you guys on a few things. It's been a little while since I've put together a video for you. So I just wanted to cover a few questions that I've received over the last week or so, and also talk about some of the upcoming events. Things seem to be kind of light right now in the course, and that's normal. That's the way it is set up. Hopefully you have continued to work on your portfolio each week. If you read in my announcements, hopefully this week you are finishing up or near finishing all of the elements of the portfolio, so that next week is just really going to be spent finalizing everything. You should be really close to having it done. If you still have not set up your appointments for mentor interviews, the resume review, haven't gone through the process of the graduation plan, please work on that this week. Try to make that a priority to get those elements started this week, because the closer we get to the deadline, the harder it may be to get those things completed because of the volume of students who are working on the assignment at the same time. So definitely take my advice, work on it now, make sure you're making the necessary contacts. One thing I want to talk about real quick, I should be sending out early next week instructions on the border review assignments. If you've looked ahead in the syllabus, some of you may, some of you haven't, because you've been focusing on the portfolio, and that's fine. But I will be sending out an additional announcement and making more videos next week in regards to the border review. It's a fairly simple assignment. I don't want to stress you out about it. It is an online discussion virtually that you'll have with me and some of your classmates. It's a small group online discussion. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but definitely look out for announcements to come out next week in regards to that. Also, I want to let you know that next week, being that it's week 9, I will be having a office hours session during one of the days, probably on Thursday evening, to discuss the portfolio. So the portfolio will be just an office hours session to discuss the final elements. Everyone's invited to attend, ask questions, so we can make sure everyone's ready to go to turn that assignment in. So I want to just, again, go to a couple points here about the syllabus and about the portfolio. So let's go ahead and click on here. One of the questions I've been getting this week is about format, and the other one is about part 3. And so let me go down under resources again. And this is, as I've said many times, the best place to go to find the information you need. If you click on here, this is the basic layout that the portfolio should look like. You can, of course, delete all of this instruction stuff, so this does not have to be here. You should still have a title page. So if you wanted to delete this and add a title page here, that would be fine. And then just start copying and pasting in your information, all of your essays, your mentor interview reviews, all of that information should be just pasted into here. This sample or overview just really makes it pretty straightforward as to how it should be formatted and what you should be working on. And for example, here's an essay. You can take out the instructions and just put your essay right in here. Just makes it fairly easy. But what I want to talk about mostly is the part 3. So let me scroll back up to part 3. And one of the confusing parts about part 3 is that a lot of students look at it as this is extra credit, and it is not extra credit. It is still a part of the grade that you're receiving. The assignment is worth 100 points. And so if you look at the breakdown, we have 35 points here for part 1, 50 for part 2, and the last 15 come from part 3. So this is not extra credit. These are a required section of your portfolio. You'll see, and what it is I've given you options. You have 4 different elements, and you have the option as to which ones you will do and how many of each one. So for instance, the first option is to read all of the book Returned by Elder Hales. Throughout the course, there have been selected chapters that you've been asked to read, you haven't been asked to read the whole thing. If you selected to read the whole book, great. You can state here that you did read it. You're going to write a review about it up here. You see right here. But down here, you can just tell me, yes, I did read it, and there's 3 points for you. You'll still need to do some additional elements, at least 4 more elements. So if you do the additional mentor interviews, so beyond the 3 that are required up here, each additional mentor interview is worth 3 points. There are also faculty video summaries. There is a series of faculty videos that you can watch and write a review. A lot of students will do this one here because it's fairly easy to watch the videos and write up a short 250 to 350 review of that video. The last one is additional elements. What this means is you can select things that you would like to study or review. You will be asked to send me an email of what those are so I can approve them. But a lot of students will find articles or videos that are business related, that are related to their particular field of interest, and they'll write about those. Another option is TED videos, which are excellent. You can find maybe 1 or 2 different TED videos and review those, write up a quick little essay, and then that will count as well, but make sure that they are related to this course. So again, part 3 is not optional. It's not extra credit. It is a required part of your overall portfolio. It is due as a part of it. So again, the end of week 10. And you just select 5 of these. So you can do number 1, maybe one more mentor interview, and 3 faculty summaries. Pretty simple. Or you can do 4 of these in the book, or 5 faculty videos. It's just whatever you want to do. You have the freedom to choose what you want. So it's pretty simple. All right, so that's really what I wanted to talk about today. Number 1, I will be sending out more information later in the week in regards to, or excuse me, next week in regards to the Board Review assignment. I also will be holding an office hours session late next week to discuss the portfolio. And then the last thing is part 3 of the portfolio, making sure that you include it all and that you understand what those elements are. So if you still have questions about anything that we're working on in this course, and as we quickly come to the end of the semester, definitely send me your questions. You can post them in the discussion section of the class. You can send me email, text message, whatever works. And you guys have a great rest of your week.